Two breaking stories out of Las Vegas just dropped, and they've already turned heads inside and outside the locker room. In Week 1, a young Raiders prospect had a debut that played out very differently than fans were expecting. And while all eyes were on the field, a surprise reunion with a familiar face from the team's past sparked a reaction no one saw coming, especially considering who it came from. Raiders fans, buckle up. Something deeper is brewing, and it all starts with a performance that's raising a lot of eyebrows. Ashton Jeanty lit up college football last season like a Roman candle on the 4th of July, so when the Raiders snatched him up with the 6th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, fans in Vegas were buzzing, and with Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly calling the shots, two coaches who practically worship the ground the run game walks on, expectations for the rookie back were sky high. Now, Jeanty'S preseason wasn't exactly electric. He didn't turn heads or rack up highlight reels, but there was still a sense that once the lights came on and the real game started, he'd flip the switch. Vegas just needed to feed him the rock and let him get comfy in the system. Fast forward to Week 1, and the Raiders kicked off their season with a gritty 2013 dub over the Patriots. Geno Smith, rocking the silver and black for the first time, looked sharp as ever, throwing for 362 yards and a touchdown like he'd been in that offense for years. Meanwhile, Jeanty was handed 19 carries and turned them into 38 tough yards. Not flashy, but not a disaster either. And hey, he did punch in his first career touchdown, which came on a classic goal line smash. First and goal, bodies flying, Jeanty took the hit and just kept driving his legs until he was across the goal line. It wasn't pretty, but it was pure grit. The kind of run that lets you know this kid's got heart, power, and a nose for the end zone. New England came into the game daring the Raiders to throw, stacking the box and bottling up Jeanty whenever possible. But that's where Geno stepped up and showed exactly why Vegas brought him in. When the ground game wasn't cooking, he put the offense on his shoulders and delivered, something this team desperately needed after years of inconsistent quarterback play. One win doesn't make a season, but for a Raiders fan base that's been burned early in years past, this was the perfect way to start. The vibes are good, the pieces are clicking, and the squad's heading into Week 2 with a little bit of juice. Oh, and Jeanty? He's still soaking it all in. The rookie admitted he's been a bit starstruck sharing the locker room with some of the same guys he used to watch on TV. You can't blame him. It's a surreal leap from watching the pros to suiting up alongside them. But don't expect him to stay wide-eyed for long. Once he gets going, Jeanty's got all the tools to be the real deal. But what happened after the game was even more surprising, and it connects directly to the team's rocky past. The Raiders' Week 1 win over the Patriots was more than just a solid start to the season. It came with some serious emotional baggage. Sure, it was a new year, new team, but this one had some spicy backstory. Why? Because Josh McDaniels was back in town. The same Josh McDaniels who got booted mid-season in 2023 after a rocky, drama-filled run as Vegas's head coach. Now he's dialing up plays as the Patriots' offensive coordinator, and that return had a little revenge game flavor to it. But instead of fireworks or petty jabs, something unexpected happened. Max Crosby, the soul of the silver and black defense, had nothing but love for his former coach. After the 2013 win, all eyes were on the reactions, and Crosby stood out. Rather than airing out dirty laundry or feeding the McDaniels was hated narrative, he took the high road. "That's my guy. I respect the hell out of Coach McDaniels," Crosby said. "He was always great to me. I have nothing but good things to say." Let that sink in. One of the most vocal leaders on the team, fresh off a win over the guy who once ran the show, praised him publicly. That doesn't happen every day in the NFL, especially after the way McDaniels' time in Vegas ended, with whispers of locker room division and veterans rolling their eyes at his rigid style. But Crosby's comments paint a deeper picture. Maybe McDaniels wasn't universally disliked. Maybe he just didn't click with everyone the same way. See, McDaniels came in with a plan to bring that no-nonsense, blueprint-driven Patriot way to Vegas. That kind of structure worked wonders in New England, but transplanting it isn't as simple as copy-paste. In Denver, it flopped. In Vegas, same story. The culture didn't mesh. Players reportedly felt boxed in. The locker room vibe was off. Eventually, the results, 9 wins in 25 games, spoke for themselves, and the team moved on, handing the reins to Antonio Pierce, whose player-first mentality has since breathed new life into the squad. But here's what Crosby's take reminds us. McDaniels isn't some clueless villain. He's a legit football mind, one of the sharpest when it comes to offense. The guy knows how to draw up plays and build quarterbacks, and Crosby even said Patriots rookie Will Campbell is in great hands under him. That's high praise coming from someone who just spent an entire game trying to ruin Campbell's day. The problem wasn't McDaniel's brainpower, it was fit. Some players like Crosby are built for that detail-obsessed, grinded-out approach. They love structure, feed off it. Others need a coach who connects more emotionally, someone who listens before barking orders. That balancing act, that's what separates coordinators from great head coaches, and it's where McDaniels has struggled. Still, Crosby's respect shows that even when the big picture fails, relationships can still thrive. It's a classy move from a leader who gets the bigger picture. And for the Patriots, it's not all doom and gloom. They've got a proven play caller guiding their offense. Whether McDaniels ever gets another shot as a head coach remains to be seen, but his X's and O's chops? Still very much NFL worthy. The season's just begun, but Vegas is already feeling like a roller coaster. One young player has a lot to prove, and a veteran just changed the narrative. Subscribe now and don't miss a beat with the Raiders.